Well, we're back with more Street Fighter V on Capcom Fighters here at CEO 2016. I'm Ultra David.
I am Zeep.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
We're going to have top 64 to top 32, and some of these matches are pretty good. And I'll tell you, we're not going to get everything on stream, okay? Because I was walking over here and I saw some of it happening already. It's just time constraints. We can't see all of it.
This is true. You told me that you saw Goichi versus Filipino Man.
Yeah, it was in the first game. I don't know what happened.
The reason why he is playing first is because he is playing 2 games simultaneously. He's in pocket.
Oh yeah, he won it in the final round.
Apparently, these sneaky overseas players from Japan have been practicing this game.
That game is really good.
But he has a double duty. Rest assured that they are playing on the stream or the recording station, so we will have that action somewhere on Capcom Fighters.
You can watch it if you want later. Yeah. Anyway, up first, Filipino champ and XSK Samurai, 2 of the best players in NorCal. 2 very interesting styles. After that, we're going to have CJ Truth versus Daigo. We'll talk about who else is in this top 64 when we get a little break here. But
I recall these 2 are sparring partners.
They do play a lot. Yeah, they don't live very close to each other, but Mikey does make the drive up there sometimes. And they play online, certainly. So they're both going to know the matchup really well. Yeah, great reaction. And I really like Mikey's style as Ryu in this game. I think it fits his Ryu style really well. He has a fundamental / brawler style Ryu. Even in Street Fighter 4, it was like that. And I feel like that's exactly what the character is. Wow, sick. The little walk back.
Traditionally, he's played whatever character Daigo was playing. I remember he was switching to, Eva Ryu in 4 and also Ryu as well. But here in CEO, he was talking to Tokido for some Ryu advice.
That makes sense.
What was that?
Yeah, I feel that so far Tokido has been the apex of Street Fighter V Ryu.
In his latest interview, he felt that he was very deserving of whatever sponsorships because he was pulling the most weight.
Yeah. Well, I'm with that. All right. We're going to see what F-Champ gets out of this, if anything. It might just be spacing, might just be positioning. Oh, from the front. Okay. No, the screw up on the air teleport.
Rare miss from the Bud Light All-Star.
And just hanging out there, just in case, is XSK Samurai. He can punish things with Super. He can punish things with Activate. Oh, that might be... Friend, that could have been Super. Whoa! It's all right. He's in Denjin. No big deal. Oh, of course.
That was a huge gamble. Umehara-esque.
And now XSK Samurai, I think he's just trying to convince F-Champ to do something silly. He's got a lot of time. He doesn't need to go in, but it's unlikely, I think, that F-Champ is going to make some big error. But you never know. So you play it safely. There it is.
Wow, that's a punish. The fuzzy guard is a punish.
Yeah, he could have just pressed stand medium kick or something. Yeah. You don't need that. But it's pretty stylish, I guess. I always liked how XSK Samurai played Ryu versus Dawson back in the previous games. Very fundamentals, but good times for jumps. Understands the jump ranges like that, the jump timings.
Wow, that is interruptible by that slide. Very nice. I noticed that Samurai has been doing jab, Shoryuken, whatever could that be? What function do you think that serves?
Not super punishable. I mean, like Dawson's gonna get a medium kick. Alright, can he get something up close? Yeah, start maybe. Trying to fish or something.
Frame perfect.
Oh, and again! Ooh. Overhead, of course. No view reversal. Gonna let him toast. That's the intention.
I like that helicopter.
Really?
Buttons with a purpose. You knew that F-Champ was going to stick out a limb.
But this is what I mean about him having good jump timings and being able to take up good safe spots on screen in a matchup where it's not always easy to find those.
So just as the Street Fighter Crash girls probably had the same plastic surgeon, I believe these 2 players share the same barber. If I had to say so myself.
A little bit of pressure and then kind of backing off. I've seen a lot of Ryus mash on the sweep against Sim, and it's really smart. So one of the adaptations that Sims are making, and you can see F-Champ doing it, is being in the air a lot more. He's not really pressing medium kick, medium punch on the ground, because those are sweepable, those are crushable. Whereas the stuff he's doing from the air, he's not taking up super active space, he's not dealing white life, but you're not susceptible either.
And I do like the offensive, the jump forward Tatsumaki to get in.
Ooh,
wow,
okay.
These parries are so good.
Yeah. Just move the opponent backward. Try to get into the corner. That's what Mikey's looking for. And now we have a pretty even situation, but okay. Pressure maybe? No.
Whereas a lot of characters have already sort of been figured out. It seems like the next step of the evolution of Ryu is to incorporate the parry into the game.
Yeah, I feel like that's a big part of it.
Oh, what are these frame kills?
Yeah, there's a frame kill in case of Quick Rise.
Gosh. Had he blocked that, he would have eaten perhaps a critical part.
Could have.
But Takedo has, you know, we saw that it's pretty difficult to hit on the juggle, so...
Again, those ranges are perfect. Nice meaty.
Show us that definitely, that jump back heavy kick was not a coincidence in the first round, but done with.
This navigation by Samurai I'm just really impressed by. At ranges where Sim has some strength, he tends to be pretty patient. He tends to move at smart spots.
Good block there.
No parry there. Very interesting. There it is this time.
He's hitting them so low.
Into what? Can he get a mix-up? Yes!
And that's a pretty good payoff for him if he hits it. There's not going to be a crush counter on the drill. Look at that, and the fake.
That's what he needs.
He faked it out.
That's what he needs right there.
The Shingon. Wow, and he's even looking at him almost as a sign of recognition that, all right.
They do know each other well, and you can see that there are little baits like that. That you're right. A lot of Sims or a lot of Ryus haven't really incorporated much of the parry yet. We're starting to see it now, but FChamp already knows about how that goes. Like having played against XSK Samurai before, he knows how to bait it out.
And I do like how Mikey is locked in. FChamp is much more animated on the stick, but Mikey is just focused on the opposite side, not really paying him any mind despite the glances over from Panda Global's FChamp.
I've always been impressed by Mikey's mindset in all the games that he's played. He's been good in all of them. He always picks a fundamentals type character. In Marvel 3 it was Magneto. In this game it's Ryu. Previous game it's Evil Ryu or Ryu. That's the kind of thing he likes because he excels at it.
Fight. All right, they switched to now FChamp with the home court advantage on the stage. Will it change the result though?
With the best of the two default colors, IMO. All right, we are seeing more offense this time.
Quick question, is FChamp playing Marvel in this tournament? Or has he shifted his entire focus on the Street Fighter V?
I don't think he's entered Marvel in the last couple of majors. Yeah, I think it's just SF5.
You saw FChamp try to bait out the parry using the heavy kick drill.
Jump roundhouse, and he confirms it. Interesting, I can't believe there was no block there, and that was a super convincing round.
We're just receiving word that he did actually indeed enter Marvel.
Oh, he did?
Perhaps his time of practice has been separated too thin.
Yeah.
He finds himself on game point.
I had heard he'd only been playing this game, but...
Oh, no! Wow, nice punish.
Yeah, well done.
Ah, there's the bait. But again, no crush counter, despite a missed parry. So relatively low risk is that Shingon. Nice.
Some white life there, but in general, it's been tough for him to do. You know, it's like I said, it's hard to pressure Ryu with normals on the ground considering sweep is so strong. Yeah, just like that. And so as a result, as Sim, you want to be in the air, and that's nice. You're not going to get hit there, but you're not actively dealing white life, and white life is such an important part of his game.
Nice sneak throw. I feel like the matchup changes considerably if the Ryu is competent in parry.
Oh, yeah.
So that TK legs for Chun-Li is rendered useless. So too are we seeing the Yoga Spear drill game from FChamp just nullified by this stellar pairing from Samurai.
Just beautiful play.
And that was a nice combo ender, but now the meta for Ryu is the end most of the combos when you're not looking for damage for Oki. So you see Tokido ending it with short Tatsu, which gives him a safe jump after. So he's trying to incorporate some of that Vortex game that he is familiar with, that he is famous for developing. From 4, we thought that it was extinct then, and bring it into 5. Who is this? Daigo Mimhara, who plays with the PSN meme. I have to ask him about that. Like, what is that?
Is it meme or is it me?
Well,
I always wondered.
The fact that it could be... What if the meme is that it is Mimi or Mei?
It's very mimetic.
Is that the adjective for meme?
Yeah.
Is it not memeful or mesmerizing or... Okay.
Maybe I'm making it up. I'm not really sure. I've heard that word before, though.
Webster.
So this is CJ Truth versus Daigo. Expect Karen versus Ryu. After this, we'll be looking for Infiltration against Snake Eyes. Winner's side. We'll be looking for Tokido against Arturo Sanchez. Winner's side. We'll be looking for Nuki against L.I. Joe.
Ooh.
We'll be looking for Haitani against Wolf Prone. That is a back-to-back-to-back-to-back-to-back that I can't wait to see. Oh, and I didn't even mention the rest. Mono versus Punko. Mago versus IFC Yipes. Knuckle Dew versus PR Rog. Almost every one of those matches. And then Shen Chang versus Sonic Fox. This is a pretty solid tournament we have here. That's something you're always looking for out of CEO. It's one of the big ones in the entire year. Internationals show up. North Americans show up. It's a practice for EVO next month. People come here to see how they're doing.
Notable absentees include Fudo and Xian from the Razor squad, but aside from those two, everyone here has shown up in full effect.
So I talked with CJ before the tournament started. He said he hasn't really been playing the game super much. He's been doing life things as a youngster. And
adolescence.
Well, he's a full-blown late teen now.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's 19.
Okay.
So he's no longer a little kid. Stupendous apparently beats Xiaohai.
Wow.
Just got note of that. So feast on that.
CJ Truth.
That didn't go well at all.
Nothing but the truth. Nothing but the perfect there at Daigo's first round.
So he tried the jumping in, and it was just not working at all. There's a lot of implied control right there for Ryu with the down strong with the fireball, but I like how CJ Truth's adapting to this right now. It's good.
On the Independence Day 2 set, showing again that America's still free to the beast, at least in that first round. But he's mounting.
Yeah, we're seeing some changes here out of CEO's CJ Truth, so it's not going like the first round, certainly. I don't know if he's going to end up taking it, but I do like that he's changed up the play a little bit.
This corner pressure with standing beating and these normals, these stubby normals, keeping her.
It's a really interesting choice, yeah. And he would have had another EX just in case. But I really like that sort of weird staggered pressure. When you're lining up against Daigo, maybe you're looking for a strong fireball game, and that's, I think, what CJ Truth learned from the first round. Okay, fireball DP game's there. Got it. All right. I'm going to try something else. And immediately Daigo had a solution to that, which was put him in the corner. Button.
Asking who Twitch this is. Apparently CJ Truth is his Twitch. All right. Now, interesting enough, the Japanese team was OCV'd by Shine, who was playing Karin yesterday.
Oh, really?
It was a 0-3 annihilation of a rather strong squad.
What was the squad?
I think it was a New York team, but Shine just wiped him out. It was Kazunoko plus Onuki plus Daigo.
Yeah, that's a good team.
Which, I mean, for all intents and purposes, is probably the one of the strongest teams that you could assemble. They were dismantled by a very
Shine is very good. Yeah.
Former Yang player.
Like the movement into the corner. We saw how strong his corner control is in the last round, so keep it up. Yeah, it's very similar looking. The movement is unpredictable. The buttons are hard to get a grasp on. CJ Truth really fishing for things, but the white life, that's so much. That was 200 damage in gray life.
Daigo has been exerting corner pressure on people longer than CJ Truth has been alive. We've seen him do this in Turbo.
Yeah.
And he's just doing it in the latest iteration.
What? Oh, we've seen. Look, he's almost the only Ryu I've seen do that, and it's works. I would say 90% of the time that I've seen him try it out.
The helicopter apparently, the helicopter kick is stronger than that Air Force plane, the fighter pilot.
Well, it beats throw. It beats the jump back throw tech as well. So it's got a couple good things going for it that few things have. Pressure from Daigo.
And a lot of characters cannot punish it, so he can do Tatsu as an option with impunity. And what are you gonna do as Karin?
I think she gets strong. Yeah, I think you block it and you
hit him in the air,
do strong, something like that.
Yeah, risk reward in favor of that.
So CJ Truth has learned the lesson to never jump, and I like that he's not jumping much, but it's an option you have to keep in your back pocket just in case. Daigo's starting to get a little bit more comfortable with the mid range. Any view reversal? No. There it is.
Ooh, okay.
Super's on deck for both. Of course. There, that could have been it. That could have been it.
Oh my goodness, the hit confirmed.
It was it. You know, interesting, just before we get off Daigo, Canadian Akali lets us know that in an interview, Daigo said that it's pronounced May, as in the second syllable of Umehara.
Wow, that is pretty trollish. That's...
I like it.
Meme-tacular. Meme-erific. If anyone knows, if you're from the families of Merriam or Webster, or even from the Oxford Dictionary, please let us know. What is the adjective of meme? Because Daigo, I think, is the embodiment of it.
Filipino man apparently lost 2-1 to Goichi. Like I said, they were playing earlier.
Okay.
2-1. Up next, you can see the pairing. It's going to be Infiltration versus Snake Eyes. And Snake Eyes, I'm not sure. Well, to be fair, I'm not sure who either one of these players is going to bring out. We've seen Nash a lot from Infiltration, but lately we've seen Alex too. And out of Snake Eyes, lately we've seen Ryu, but also Alex, and not so much Zangief. So there's a few different options that we could get here in terms of matchups.
I think this is a pretty good draw, though, for Infiltration. He is the lone Razor warrior out here. This time making the trip out to Orlando without his compatriots and team members, Fudo and Xian. So if this team is going to do damage, it all rests on Oppa Infiltration.
Well, is there anybody better? Anybody's shoulders you would rather have?
From that team?
Well, just in general. There are bets going around.
Really?
Infiltration versus the field. That's a popular one this weekend.
He's actually admitted that the gap has been closed.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you. I'm on the field side, but that said, I think he has the best individual chance. I think he's the best individual favorite.
Whoa. Is this a bolt-on check?
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm looking at the players right now, and Infiltration's face is like, yeah, let's do this. He's doing the little shaky hands thing before things get going.
Wait, who?
As he does. So, Ryu has been the character of choice lately for Snake Eyes. Let's see if that is what we have. Yes. And for real? Yes. Razor Infiltration with Bang. Why? But okay. Let's see how it goes.
Can we check that Xian is not playing in the background with a wireless PS4 controller? This is some crazy channeling of his teammate. Okay, we're going to get a punish. Does he have the full punish? Yes, he does. Oh, match. Triple heavy punch. Lobbing those purple tennis balls. Whoa, he just stood lane there.
Yeah, you don't have to move, yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, you can just hang. You can throw Nishikyu if you want out of it.
Okay.
So Snake Eyes now can pressure. He plays a very brawler style Ryu. It's very similar to how he played Evil Ryu in SF4. He wants to get in. He wants to do damage. It's not so much a fireball zoning game. Ooh. I think that's plus. Gotta respect.
Xian has been hanging out too much.
It's an interesting choice. Oh, yeah, reaction! God. What's he got? What? Stand jab?
That is one of his fastest moves, and Infiltration knows that he got by by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah, he really did. That stand jab right there is a 4-framer. It's not among the fastest in the game, but for this character, it's his fastest tool.
So Infiltration did get a good look of this matchup in Shanghai.
Oh,
there was that Invitational. So you saw Xian play against Daigo. Perhaps now he's using all that knowledge in this matchup against Snake Eyes.
You know, to be fair, I feel like Fang has a better matchup against Ryu than he does against many other characters. But if the Ryu knows some of the solutions, then it can be tough too. When he's throwing these up balls and when he has the mine down underneath him, you can actually just Tatsu right in between those.
Those are gaps, correct. They worked in the first 2 weeks of the game, but after several months of release, people are kicking.
Oh, what? Did you see that? What a choice!
What is going on? I've always remarked that the Korean players do not subscribe to either the West or the Japanese style of play. They have their own thinking. And that certainly was something I've never seen, even out of Xian's playbook.
Okay, here comes Snake. And the low, kind of delayed low.
Yep.
So just thinking about the matchups here, it might have been that Infiltration was looking for a Geef. A lot of people think that Fang does well against Geef, including Snake Eyes. And so that might have been the intention, but he's got another character, and so far, Infiltration's been doing pretty well.
I think Snake Eyes on one of his streams or somewhere had declared that Geef, in its current iteration, a dead character.
Yeah, he really doesn't like SF5 Geef. And I agree with him if you have his playstyle. I think his playstyle is much more suited to a character like Ryu or Alex or even Mika.
And he had done this in Street Fighter 4 as well. When Geef wasn't working out for him, he had a pocket Eva Ryu, showing that he does have the versatility despite his character loyalty.
He plays a very similar regular Ryu in this game compared to his evil in the last one. So a little bit of poison on deck there, so it'll slowly wipe some of that life away. 1 tick every 8 frames.
One common complaint of Xian is that poison does not have enough damage decay, and it doesn't kill.
Yeah, it does not kill.
But if he had a Christmas wish list
Snake
to
Eyes.
combo Fiend, oh, he's gonna get out. Yeah,
Wake up! EX not invincible at all. What does he have? What's the solution? Snake Eyes takes game 1.
I suspect a character switch after the failed experiment of Fang. Interesting role reversal in that Xian also has a pocket Nash, but because
Yeah, that's right.
Infiltration was the preeminent Nash, did not want to overlap with his teammate, didn't like being the number 2, but here we have a role reversal as he's channeling.
What's the choice? Very interested to see where he goes here. Will it be? Yeah, I think this is a
He's
good
not
call.
messing around.
No, I like this call. I like the character matchup, and his, his Nash is above everything else. His Nash is so good in the movement, so good in knowing where to be. Anti-air's on point, the pressure's on point when he needs it to be, but I think the biggest thing is just the slipperiness of this man's Nash.
You schnashty. He had said that even if they were to fix any input delay, that Nash would still be a strong character, despite Tokido saying that Nash would be finished because everyone would be able to react to his in and out dash movement.
Oh
my god!
Are you serious? He is bringing him out of the bag right now. What a choice.
He grabbed
what a choice.
Grounded Tatsu.
Yeah, but as a wake-up. He was waking up, and there was like a meaty hurricane for who knows what reason, but there was. And he called it? Well, I'm not up there. That's probably one of those reasons.
Craziest wake-up option. Sometimes your body just knows that you have some important thing, you have like a paper due, or you had an interview, and it just wakes itself up. That was a miraculous option there from Infiltration, just knowing.
Yeah, really fascinating choice. I'd love to talk to him about it a little bit. But right now he has the pressure. He has the super. Snake Eyes has got to watch out for it. And I love how Infiltration, again, moving around. Yeah, it's so hard to get a beat on where he's going to be. That knee, all of a sudden. Anti-air.
You could say that his
super
play with DiCaprio, that's going to kill him.
Yeah, no view reversal from Snake Eyes. He was stuck.
Towards Ultra, when he made Capri his main character, has really prepared him for this in-and-out, slippery style of Nash. So it just translates well in this new game. Okay.
Good timing on the jump. Pretty good damage. Corner control now.
And medium kick Tatsu Ender to bring him into the corner without switching sides.
Some patience from Infil. And this is where Snake Eyes wants to be. I mentioned his brawler style. You know, he wants to be close. Here it is. He can get there if he wants. See what he'd like to do here. The dash forward, he certainly wasn't looking for that one.
I venture to say, if you cannot catch, if you don't have setup specifically designed to counter the reversal of Infiltration, you cannot win against this match. People are designing it. It is pretty
nice
tight punish. Yeah,
that's going to be close to doing it. Maybe do it. Going to be close either way, but I really like his choices. Ah, not quite there. Snake Eyes a chance. The lows, the overhead, the overhead, and then interrupted with the jab.
Trading overheads.
Amazing. So it's game 2 going to Infiltration.
Protect
1-1.
your noggin, sir.
Another thing that I like how Infiltration plays is those little interruptions. It's not just that he's dancing back and forth, it's that in doing it, he's interrupting what you think you're supposed to be doing, right? So there are a lot of jabs at unconventional times, jabs instead of booms, you know, bazooka knees coming in, that kind of thing, where even though it was kind of Snake Eyes' turn, he was still pressing a button.
In his ascendance in Street Fighter 4, a lot of players remarked, including Xian, that they had no firm read. He was the only player that they couldn't get a read on because there was 2 schools of thought. You either play Japanese style or, you know, American style, and he did not fall into either of those. And there's little things, right? Only he can do.
Ooh.
And I think if you were to take away these overlays, you would still know that this Nash is Infiltration just by virtue of his movement.
100%. Yeah, there's nobody else who moves like him. So, some of those choices are just
like that. What was that? That was Korean.
I'm not sure why he did it, but it's very interesting. Oh, very cute. And Snake Eyes is now going to get the pressure.
Yeah, I think
not a whole lot.
I believe Chun-Li has a setup for that with a back heavy punch. I'm not sure what Ryu can do.
Yeah, I'm sure there's an OS in there.
But that was the same thing in Ultra, like in that Daigo versus Infiltration exhibition match.
He's very much fishing.
He had found a way to catch that teleport.
Here comes Snake Eyes. Is anything?
Oh my god!
Yeah, he had the super, and that's, I think, maybe the first time when there's been a knockdown and super's available on deck. And so now Snake Eyes, he sees what the option is. You know, it's there. Infiltration up at match point now.
And the mental damage that Snake Eyes eaten just now in that exchange, dying by Wake Up CA, has got to weigh on his mind, you would think. Nice parry.
Well, kind of missed it there, yeah. I mean, okay. The choice, got to do a little bit early. Got it. Trigger.
Good meaty.
Trigger still. There it is.
He's out for free.
His own interruption. Wow, what a range to do bazooka knee.
Safe knee there. Oh, that was supposed to be an uppercut, perhaps. Hitting his stun.
No, I'm sure that was supposed to be an uppercut.
Yeah, twice did he miss it. What was that?
A chance on the punish. There's all sorts of shenanigans. Can Infiltration make it happen? He's getting the individual hits he needs.
Frames away from punishing him. Forward players have to play honest without EV skill.
Wow! Oh, very cute. Really? What was he looking for? Was he looking for a V reversal? Was he trying to bait something? There was no super. Certainly there's nothing invincible on Nash's side that you have to really consider. No wake up DP, for example. So I don't know. You know what? But that's how I often feel after having seen Infiltration play. I understand that the spacing is great. I understand that the times he takes up are unusual and very strong. But there's this sort of level after that where I just not really sure. But he makes the right choices almost all the time. The wake up air grab.
That
nobody's ever done that.
I've never seen. I didn't even know you could get off into the air without that Tatsu hitting you.
Right, it was in between the Tatsu frames, it looked like. Well,
people had criticized Pungo for playing so reckless, but yet we're seeing Infiltration make these reads that would otherwise be characterized as reckless, but because they hit, we're just like, wow, that is his style that can't really be explained.
Right, yeah, I don't know that reckless is the right word, but it's sort of, if there's a less pejorative version of that word,
inexplicable,
that's what it is. Yeah,
reasons.
Right. But that's part of his strength, is that it's just hard to get a beat on what he's going to do. So we're moving on to the next one. It's Tokido on the left, here from Japan, and here from New York is Arturo Sanchez, a.k.a. Sabin, with the Dhalsim.
A little mix-up there with the fist pump. Arturo representing that team Spooky, who had absconded to the Philippines. We miss you, we certainly do. But represented alive and well here by his New York counterparts, Arturo. Versus probably the strongest Ryu.
Yeah,
even,
I would think so.
Daigo would admit that there are certain things. Even we saw in the latest DreamHack, where Daigo had triumphed. I'm sorry, Tokido had triumphed in certain matchups against Aitani, I believe, where Daigo had fallen. So right now, I mean, I can't imagine these two players, Tokido, staying on the free agent market for much longer.
I'm sure if he does, it's entirely his choice. You know, he's looking for something strong, which is a smart move. He will be in demand. The dash forward right at the start. Now, it was when Art went to Japan to play against some players, including Tokido. That
he ran sets with Tokido, yeah.
Yeah, he did. Where I first saw Ryu's mashing sweep, and it seemed super strong. Yeah, just like that, you can get a crush with very minimal risk. And if you get the knockdown, of course, it's bad news for Sim. So having seen that, I know that blew Art up. That was a huge part of why he got dunked in those sets. So we're already kind of seeing some adaptations. There are fewer buttons on the ground. We mentioned this before. More airborne play. Ooh. Okay,
wow, that's the first time I've seen that.
Yeah, you really have to bring out the different buttons at different ranges. Huge part of Sim play.
Tokido at the end of 4 said that he wanted to rely less on Vortex and more on his fundamental play, and I really think that it's helped him get a head start.
Oh!
Wait, this might miss, yeah.
Oh, it does, you're right. And that
I think in the corner area would never hit, but if you hit him, it's going to roast him.
Okay.
Comedy Club. Okay.
Still more chances. Yeah, roasting a little bit more.
Well done.
A hit.
This is how he likes Tokido.
A confirm. Could be it.
Oh, what is that? Back and forth movement.
That sweep is so dangerous for Dhalsim right now, but this corner control is strong. The movement, he thought it was going to be it. No, the tech. There it is.
Again. I mean, if we could keep stats, you know, on, I don't know, the Steam client, I'm sure that would be the go-to KO move of all Dhalsims worldwide by a large margin. Okay. I think when Art had returned from Japan, at first he was dejected by his results.
Yeah, he
didn't really reflect how strong he was against his online opponents. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and I'm glad to see that he is here in top 64, alive and well here in the winner's bracket.
There's that sweep into the forward dashes. And Art, Art historically is much more of a stay-away type sim.
Nice struggle.
And he's been changing that up a little bit. And I think that's really something you need to do in this game. Sim is not just a zoner, he's a ranged character that wants to pressure. If he can pressure, he'll want to do it.
Kito's so good at using that reversal to break up.
They both have that meter. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, too far.
And that's why a lot of players only hit confirm on crouching strong, because that's a guaranteed hit, whereas in that max distance, as you saw, crouching medium kick does not link to that CA. So, but he still recovered, got the overhead for the win.
Well, Art is still stocked. If you can find a way in, you can really do a lot of damage very quickly. But he did get knocked down by that sweep in that round. That's part of why Tokido ended up taking it. Very well-placed sweep. And Art's been hesitant to pressure. Okay, he does interrupt this time. Into, okay, very light, but some white damage at least. And taken off by Sim, that's one of his strengths. Now Tokido maybe starting to know it's time for business, and hence the sweep. Yeah, the sweep again. Art doing a good job of not being that, but the knockdown! Yeah, just getting away is the goal for Art right now. If he can do it, he can stay alive.
Finish. My goodness, there you go.
Just built it! He just built the super and the button, and that's it. Oh, for Art, that's a heartbreaker, but I love the recovery on Tokido's side to have noticed that he was a pixel away from super and to input it just in case.
That was kind of crazy, yeah.
Really good. Very strong stuff.
Round 1. Fight.
Okay, the anti-air. As a result, Tokido backs off. Yeah, the limbs are very whiff punishable. And so a lot of the time as Sim, you want to make sure people are blocking. You don't want to get your stuff whiff punished. You see most of the time that Sim presses a button, it's not going to be whiff punished because it's touching. That's the goal anyway.
I want to see if Tokido will use his parry here. He's going to get a guaranteed hit. No. I think you can't douse him, one of the few characters that can escape that with a teleport. Even on that
air, yes, pays off.
Okay.
Again, the sweep. Do you see how that's killing him?
Quadruple dash. Again.
Trying to jump.
Oh, wait, this might turn.
The toastiness. He wanted anvil, no dice. This could be it. Yes, there you go. Getting as good as he could have. For Sim, it's not about crushing. It's about the fact that down fierce links into down fierce on counter hit. And that's often a better choice than going for crush counter roundhouse. So Art with the recovery and with the first round in that second game, as he did in the previous game.
But eats that jump in. But at least in this game, I feel like Dalsum does have somewhat of a comeback mechanic, whereas in previous titles, it'd be very hard for him to fall back from this life deficit.
Some patience on Art's side. And you can still, he's attacking the ground still, even though there's been that sweep.
What should Art be doing to counter these sweeps?
Well, we've seen him go to the air a lot. We've seen him go to the yoga, to the V skill, being in the air.
Nice.
Oh, whoa, is he going for a setup?
What is this? I don't know. He's going to sandwich him between the supernova?
I don't. Oh, it worked! Oh, boy.
He used the master oral setup. What?
Oh, the punish was not there! That setup by Art, I can tell you, is something he just found accidentally. We didn't get to see how it actually can go, but there are some real mean things with setting out super and then not letting the screen scroll. You can do some cool stuff.
Art was trying to cosplay up and use the balloons to do the instant overhead. Blocked it to Tokido, but not punish appropriately. That Pixar cosplay. So point. Okay.
Yep, that's a safe situation for Sim. Attempted whiff punish was not quite there.
Like
again, yeah, not right at the right spot.
Yep.
Good awareness by Tokido.
Again, the sweeps represented by Tokido.
Yes, confirm. What can he get out of it? The blocking.
Oh!
I love the idea. It didn't pay off, but just that idea. I feel like that's a look into this game a year from now.
Okay. Yeah. And just as the rich become richer, so do the strong characters already become stronger.
Anvil, okay, he missed it.
Oh, what was that? Interesting.
Very nice.
Slide under the Ryoka.
Tokido trying to get things started, but there's some tricky stuff coming out of Art right now.
Nice hold on the...
Taking up time, and he successfully did it. EX, which means there's no super. Trying to whiff punish. Look at the range Tokido has. He's hoping Art presses a wrong button. Wow. Here he comes. He can get in there. Oh!
Yeah, hit him, but
it's not enough. It's not enough.
Perhaps
the jab was not enough.
Heavy punch would have been the KO.
Not quite the same range. Oh my god. Art, what was it?
I think he tried to evasive jump back. It's an overhead. It was a great idea, but he mistimed and got clipped by the Hadouken.
Well, regardless, that's match point as a result for Tokido.
Good idea from Art. Oh, okay. From Art, though.
Oh, yeah. Cute. Trying to get the anti-air. That's one thing about Ryu. The Ryu matchup as Dalsum is full of just getting the anti-airs wrong.
Can you anti-air that jumping light kick?
Yeah, and the mix-up between jump light kick, jump fierce, jump roundhouse. All things you have to respect. And they're all different solutions.
Look at that. Yeah, that just beat it clean.
Back strong, maybe back fierce. Those are two options, but those take more time.
Art going for the EX. Interesting. Oh, buddy.
Oh, no! Huge chance now for Art!
No.
Will he let him burn? No, he keeps it. Oh, the patience there. No view reversal. Now, that super's on deck. Anti-air! He was busy at just the wrong time.
Oh, wait, he missed again!
Why?
The fireball, you have to use a jab version.
Art lives.
Oh my goodness! Please.
Art is still in here. He's hoping to see something wrong out of Tokido. He was worried. There's no whip punish. What?
Nice break.
Can Art get away? Can he rebound it?
No! He uppercut him.
Tokido takes it. Continues to be the #1 Ryu in the world.
He sends Art up.
What a scramble.
Up and away.
One of the things about strong players is that not only are they good when things are going well, but they're good in the scramble. And they make good choices in the scramble.
My goodness, what stellar decision-making, and laid it all on the line.
Amazing.
Wow.
All right, well, we're going to move on to the next one. It is going to be Nuki versus Li Joe in just a little bit.
Yeah, Tokido, in his latest interview, had said that he has eschewed most of online play.
Okay.
And focused primarily on the weekly offline Tokyo scrimmages that they have at Esports Square.
Okay.
Whereas Art, you know, has put, at least in the first half of the game, a lot of efforts on his online. So you could see, like, perhaps that was a tale of two cities.
Okay. Well, right now we're going to take a look at a match that I think has happened already, but we don't know how it's going to go. This is going to be Justin Wong versus Vagabond. It's the last round of the first game, I guess.
Right? Is this a Chinese player I've never heard of? Interesting. Nice punish. Hi.
Oh, with the miss. Justin playing patiently, though. Didn't want to take a big risk there.
If anyone has background information on this player, we've heard of the Xiaohais, obviously.
Justin
and the
building
Dark
it.
Was, but
corner control if he wants. No, again, very patient play. Hallmark of Justin's game. Again, the spacing, the timing. He's in there. Saving it probably, yes. No! And saved it for the perfect choice.
Patience, my young Vagabond. Justin Wong, the best in the business, playing that style. Okay.
Okay, well, I guess that means that Justin won that one. Nice work to him. We are going to get a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to have Onuki versus Li Joe.
Looking forward to that.